Can anyone invest in property? Let's find out. Anyone that doesn't know me or follow the channel, I am Lee and I am a property investor and I'm basically going to help you get into property. So let's jump into the top 5 reasons why people don't believe that they can get into property. Number 1 is age. So this is a really interesting one. So basically, if you're 16, can you get into property? Well, yes, actually you can. Firstly, you can deal package, which is a really popular option. You can also get a property on a lease option, and then there's also rent to rent. Or you can even get someone to co-sign the mortgage for you, like your parent, a friend, a family member, just someone to sign the mortgage to say that you can pay the mortgage. So don't let your age stop you from getting into property. And then on the other end, if you are older, like if you're 70, it's going to be a lot harder to get hold of a mortgage, because if you have a 30-year mortgage, then obviously the banks ain't going to lend you a mortgage for 30 years because obviously you are at that top end, say 70 as an age bracket. But obviously if you've got cash behind you, savings, then obviously that's going to be a lot easier to get into property. If you're looking for a mortgage, it's going to be a lot tougher. So yeah, if you've got savings or you know someone with savings that can help you, then perfect. I know people in their 80s that's still buying properties now. So there is ways that you can do it when you're in that older bracket, but definitely in that younger bracket, there's also ways around it as well. So don't let age stop you. And then number 2 is gender. Yes, history does tell us that it's a really male dominant industry, and yes, it probably still is, but there's a lot of females getting into it now and that are making big money from it. So don't let this stop you. Get involved. Some of the best investors and mentors that I know are probably one of the best, especially female investors or mentees, probably one of the best property investors that I know compared to some of the blokes that I've worked with. Sorry lads, but it's true. Number 3, the biggest one we hear is money, but good news. You don't need money to get into property. Let that sink in. A lot of investors and property investors that I know, they basically don't use their money. So they'll use credit cards, loans, etc., other people's money. So they use their network instead of their net wealth. The great news is if you're passionate, full of energy, and you're willing to really get into this, investors will be willing to invest in you. I know an investor who invested his savings into a young lad just because he was full of energy, energetic, and he was really willing to get into property and basically earn some money, grow a business. So yeah, this older guy was sitting on a lot of money, and pretty much he gave it to a younger lad to invest, grow a portfolio, and pretty much that older guy then got obviously some kind of interest payment back over time. Yeah, that's one way, using other people's money, but then there's other strategies where you don't need money at all, like deal packaging. So you can put deals together and then put it forward to investors, and obviously you get money from, or property people, and then basically you get money from that deal by putting that deal together and selling basically a package to people. And then number 4 is don't know what to do. So yeah, if you don't know what to do, you have found the right channel. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can keep learning going forward. But yes, there's loads of free content out there. YouTube is full of it. It's just hard because you could watch a video, but you don't know how many videos are out there, if you watch it in the correct order, stuff like that. And then the other one is, how can you believe or know the other person or the person you're watching knows what they're talking about? Yeah, the big one is, are they showing you real world situations? Are they showing you around property? So if you like, you can go back to my channel. I'm currently doing a series on renovating a property. So I take you through the process of buying a house, going through the refurb, etc. like that. So yeah, you can go back, watch those videos if you haven't watched them already. And obviously the biggest one is, who do you relate to? So if you're watching their videos and you enjoy them, you like their personality, etc., then obviously you're going to start building, you'd probably get connected to them through the camera. But yeah, if you relate to them, then obviously you can start working with them, getting in touch with them going forward. There's also plenty of courses out there now. So a lot of people online, they offer educational courses, how to get into properties, different ways, so rent to rents, buy to lets, buy, refurb, refinance, stuff like that. There's a lot of people out there now with a lot of educational courses, so make sure you do go check them out. And finally, the fifth one is, I don't have time. So yeah, you think you need a lot of time, you only need 10 hours a week of your own time to start getting into property. So yeah, I know a lot of people that work full time, they're in the property business, and yeah, all they need is 10 hours. It doesn't have to be 8 till 5 in the day, just constantly grinding. You can do it in the evenings or afternoons also. Because if you think about it, when you're trying to target people, where are people during the day? At work. So if you're trying to target investors, stuff like that, in the day they're probably working, so they can't really answer the phone. So like after work, in the evenings, on weekends are perfectly fine to get hold of people and start chasing people up. So yeah, with myself, I'll do that. So obviously I work a full-time job, 8 till 5 every day. So normally I'll just pick an evening, get a pizza, get a couple of beers in, and then I'll sit down and basically just ring all investors, estate agents, pretty much everyone, and just try and get as much like properties, funding, stuff like that to go forward. So I normally block out an evening. If not, I'll just do a couple each evening or on the weekend. That's just because the pickup rate is a lot higher in the evenings or on weekends. Like I said, because a lot of people are in work during the day and they can't just answer the phone because they are super busy. So take that into consideration. Or another way is using a deal packaging service. So pretty much they do all the work for you and you just need the money. So they put all the deals together. All you got to do is put the money forward and they will basically do the deal package and sort it out. So you can basically build your portfolio and not put as much work into it. So you get your money working harder for you and you don't work as hard as your money. And that's pretty much it for this video. That is my top 5 tips on how to get into property. So again, please hit that like button and also subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next video.